Hello everyone and welcome back to Rosegale Sandbox. Yes, today we are back and today I am planning to fill in this little area here between these fields and the military base. Now, if you didn't see, in our last episode, we sort of finished off this whole area by adding a field and also adding this really nice lake at the top of the dam. And today I want to continue the theme of sort of finishing things off by filling in this area over here. So I think let's just get straight into it. The first thing I want to do is add in a big field over here. And what I think would be really nice, instead of having it along this line, I'm going to align it to this line over here so that we have this really interesting sort of gap over here. So the first thing we need to do is copy over a base for this field. Alright, I'm quite happy with that as a field shape. It's a little bit more different to what we're used to, but I think it fills in the area really nicely. And just looking at what we've had over here, we haven't actually had any like properly lush green fields yet. So I think we should do one of those over here. Obviously though, the first thing we have got to do is add in some tram lines. And I think I'm going to start at this end and sort of work my way across. Alright, there we go. That is the layout of the tram lines. A bit of an unconventional one, but you know what? It covers all areas of the field. I am pretty happy with that. So now we have got to fill in all of these gaps. Do you know what? I think a field of a color, something like that would actually look really, really nice. Thing is, I wanted these fields to obviously stand out against the green because we do have a lot of green going on, but I think this is saturated enough that it will look really cool. Yeah, okay, so now let's start filling in the gaps. Okay, so once again, I greatly underestimated how long that would take me, but I mean, that is pretty darn cool. Yeah, that is another absolutely great field to sort of bring together these two sections. So now, of course, we need to get some sort of edging around this. First of all, I am just going to extend the land back that's underneath this. And I know that I want this back here to be a hedge, because what we can do is use the hedge to sort of hide the height difference between these two bits of land. So let's come over here and copy this piece. There we go, and I've just expanded it slightly, and if we move this across here, this should perfectly hide the fact that there's a height difference. So we shall bring this along the back side of the field. And I think we should also just probably put a hedge just along this little section here. And then yeah, for the rest of the sides, I am going to use our fence that we've got going on. And there we go. There is one final thing I want to do for this field, and that is continue this farm track just around this little slither of land that we've got going on here, just to fill this in. So this shouldn't take me very long at all. And the final thing I've got to do is attach these back up to the farm track. And yeah, there we go. That is that field nicely done. So, of course, the surrounding area needs to have a little bit of foliage. So let's hop into the nature menu and we'll grab our big oak wood trees and just start spamming them in all of the available spaces. And then we need to come and do the exact same thing with the birch trees. And there we go, we have the field very nicely integrated into the landscape. So, I know that took me a while, but we have to do a second field today. And that is right over here to fill this gap in. However, what I am going to do is make it a little bit more of a regular shape, so this won't take as long. So, let's start by pulling a base across. And for simplicity's sake, I am just going to have this as a big square. And then I think in this little area here, we can bring the farm track over and maybe have some silos, some storage containers, that kind of thing. But anyways, on with the field. Let's get some tram lines down. And for these tram lines, we are going to go about as simple and basic as you can possibly get. I've already done the hard work in that field. Let's make this one nice and easy. It kind of does look painfully simple, so I am going to do one thing to spice it up and add a second exit out this side. You know, so I can claim I'm not being 100% lazy. And yes, I am copying the green stuff over, but in reality, I think I'm going to have this field be a nice orange colour. Kind of unrealistic, because I'm not 100% sure what crops go orange, but do you know what? It will look nice, so I don't really care. Although we could just say it's like a wildflower field and they're just growing, I don't know, orange tulips or something. And there we go. Even with it being a really simple layout, that still took me quite some time. But I am really, really happy with the colour, and I definitely think it really adds to this whole sort of agricultural section of the map. So now, of course, there's a couple things we need to do. The first thing is extending the farm track so it comes over here and hooks up with this entrance to the field. Cool, so that's all hooked up. Now we've got to continue around all of the fencing and hedges. Just got to make sure this field has the proper boundaries set up. And yeah, I think I'm probably just going to do hedges the whole way around this one. Don't know why, it just feels right. Ignore me, it was a total lie. We're putting a fence along this side of the field. And cool, now that is done, we can move on to the final little thing today, which is adding, you know, a little sort of storage area over here. And I'm just gonna sort of make the general area by putting together a whole load of these circle pieces. Cool, that's looking really nice. And now for the decor, I actually think we're gonna use some stuff in here because these silos look really, really nice. And so do these red barns. And the final thing I'm going to place down is this little material storage. And I have absolutely no idea why, but I've had the urge to come all the way back over here and grab one of these buildings that I made ages and ages ago. Yeah, for some reason I've absolutely no idea. I really wanted to copy over this building and use it. Oh, look at that scale difference, isn't it amazing? Do you know what? Let's see if we can actually make this a little bit smaller, hopefully without ruining any of it. Because actually, yeah, that doesn't look too bad. I have absolutely no idea why I thought of that, but I really like that. That looks really cool. I'm very happy. Okay, so the final thing we've got to do now is add a whole load of foliage around all the bits we've just built. Would you have guessed it? No, you wouldn't have. It's not like we do this every episode. Not at all. Okay, so that is an absolutely massive setback. What I'm going to do is, between this video and the next video, I'm basically going to go off camera and just build again what you've seen me building. Just try and redo it, basically. Hopefully it shouldn't take me as long because I've already done it, already know what I'm going to do. There's no creative process. It's just building what I've already done. So obviously it's probably going to look slightly different to how you've seen it build in the video because it's going to be something different, but I am going to basically build it one for one as I have just done. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed today's video. We were basically done. We were almost done. It's fine. The video should be fine. It's just, I've just got to build a new thing now, basically. In the next episode, I think I'm probably going to be filling in this area. I want to sort of finish off this map now because if you guys don't know, we are actually really, really close to the save limit and I want to have it finished and I don't want to have an unfinished map. So I'm filling in all the gaps, then we're going to work on the terminus station and then we're going to work on the beginning because it's a bit outdated and it needs refreshing. But yeah, so if you guys enjoyed today's video, please make sure to leave a like, make sure to subscribe, rip in the comments for the amount of work that I've now got to go and redo. But yeah, thank you so much for watching and I hope to see you again very, very soon. Goodbye.